Fortune. The return of the black ancients. Ain't watered down, never gonna change shit. Upper echelon rap, high rank shit. Your black ass ain't invited to my banquet. Boom, guess who stepped up in the lobby? The empire crumbled like a cookie. Taraji, Phoenix so serious, beat like Anunnaki. Flow they can't copy, fire like wasabi. Nah, B, I don't take selfies with them rabbit ears. I'm in my battle gear, bars out the stratosphere. See me rocking one ring like a cavalier. I spin the wheel my way, make magic appear. With the retro approach, the nice stay humble, see the best don't boast. I take them to the heights where the rest won't go. Since the 80s when the hood was on that Esco coat. This is for my grown ass milks, the seasoned queens, sophisticated mommies who achieving things. Kale smoothie in my cup, got the leafy greens. Woke niggas stay up while you sleep and dream. Rap Martians, black like carbon. Trouble man classic, track so Marvin. Other niggas rap about an Aston Martin. I'm an astrologer, this is astro jargon. Fun with it. Jupiter is in my fifth house. Sarcastic bars, I got the slick mouth. Chest poked out like I got a ripped blouse. Ex niggas so tight cause they missed out. Skin copper, voice tone opera. Slave reptilians like the logo for La Costa. 14 karat light gold like an Oscar. Never seen a person try to play me and prosper. Yo, I'm not the illest, well then I'm damn near. Nice since your pops was crushing on Pam Grier. Nice since Muhammad was yelling the chairs here. Since my last life on earth was Pangea. I dropped jewels like a diamond mine worker. And now they can't eat like a Ramadan observer. Got the beats, the bars, the brain, the beauty. Your little career, it got averted, no Uzi. Spin the wheel.
I want to like the wheel, like the wheel, like the wheel. Like the wheel, like the wheel, it's my chance to spin it. To like the wheel, like the wheel. I want to like the wheel, like the wheel, like the wheel. Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. To like the wheel, like the wheel, like the wheel.
You can never take the karma for another man's actions. I'm smoking sour that's louder than Sam Jackson. With powder, my hands sliding with power you can't imagine. Drunk at the wheel, they doubt it can't happen. Hidden math, that algebra phantasm. Like Tipsy on a New Year's Eve on Sam Adams. In Genesis, you can't drop home like Pan-Africans. I got the key to mothership is still running. Ouroboros alternators hit the snakes is real cunning. That ain't a limit, Jesus take the wheel from them to they Pisces and desist from sleeping on this. Taurus is the target, ain't no reason to miss. Roll the window till your soul down, squeezing till I hit the center of the bullseye. Heater on my hip, barrel spin like ballerinas. Read the secrets in my lips. The pages that I'm reading wasn't even in your script. Extra bullets that I keep in the eclipse. The grand wizard Ty Phoenix is a witch. Magic wand drive by when they need another fix. And that mystic magic, just admit it is a classic. Slow motion when we dipping through the traffic. Pituitary gland make my vision cinematic. Circles in the sky wheels tell them why we leading. The spokes are the angels, the message are a beacon. Bible in the sky, need a telescope to see them. The signs of the time, preaching lessons through the seasons. North, east, west, south, telling me the news. Billboard, star chart, excellent reviews. They be thinking they on fire when they never lit the fuse. It's what they gotta feel. We got that hotter pill. Zodiac rims in the center of the guava pill. Raise your octaves up, see how the hydraulics feel. Like a test drive, DMV exam. Divine motor vehicle, the body of his lamb. Mars at the gas pedal, Saturn at the brake. We the navy, learn to navigate the patterns of your fate. Take the scenic view, moving through your mind. 12 houses, 12 states. Cruising through the signs. The tolls what you told when you move across the line. Told some sense for the fools to build bridges with. Wood grain, Zodiac tart, I'm still gripping it. Burning rubber, learn the numbers on the hovercraft. Zodiac dashboard, solar disc hubcap. Agree with the point, like I'm sticking up a thumbtack. It ain't a punchline, it's just a love tap. DJ's running back, let's run another lap. Around the human race, following the sun's tracks. And Ziggy, you'll be doing willies in the sky. Cause when it rains, they say the spirits have to cry. Each drop is a 9-part for light from the eye of God. When it lands, it makes a circle with rings. That's the butterfly effect. Even Mercury has wings, never crashed or the gas. What kind of miracle am I? Tie in the next lane, science make your head strain. Yell it out till you popping out a neck vein. A couple 100,000 more hopping out of jets in Spain. Still advance, you think that the Jetsons came. Navigators rocking feathers made of stellar flames. Our Taurus maintain the same appetite. Will of voice and pack say facts to Dynamite. Bringing fire to the game back like candlelight. In the blackout, this history that can't rewrite. The cherry started blazing, they know I'm bars verbatim. My cancer cars amazing, we got them all from gates.
The fortune like the wind, like the wind, like the wind.
Every day, your day.
I want the fortune like the wind, like the wind, like the wind.
Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it.
Like the wind. wind, like the wind, like the wind. Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. So like the wind, like the wind, like the wind. Like the wheel of fortune, fortune, fortune. I want the fortune like the wind, like the wind, like the wind, like the wind, like the wind.
Right. Peace and blessings. Peace and black power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. It's your host, Knowledge Born Alive. We are here to amplify voices of resilience, triumph, community empowerment. And today we're diving into how challenges can become stepping stones for greatness. Now, we dealt with challenge in particular yesterday with the theme of motivation through times of challenge. So now today we're dealing with adversity. We're dealing with adversity today. So we're going from converting our consciousness around the space of adversity and no longer looking at adversity as something that we are adverse to. So adversity, adversary, aversion, all of those things are buzzwords that we take in the space of negative. So hopefully by the end of this quick broadcast, we'll be able to have examined how adversity is a tool, a vital tool of importance for elevation. All right. So shout out to Ty Phoenix and Kai Zodiac. Some folks were asking, it's like, yo, who is that? That's not me, fam. You know, that's my family, though. You understand? Vital components of royal priesthood and so many other things. Ty Phoenix and Kai Zodiac are masterful too. We're in with something from them as well. So the research question for today is, how can adversity lead to personal transformation and empowerment? So that means that adversity, if looked at in a negative light or sense, it could lead to a personal transformation of degradation, a personal transformation of going from fluidity to stagnation, right? And in the space of empowerment doesn't always have to be positive. You can empower yourself to deal in vice, to deal in negativity, however that case is. You empower it through what you know, what you apply, what you understand, and what you live. You empower through that power, right? So we're dealing with understanding today. Understanding is to see things clearly for what they are and not for what they appear to be. So we could be disillusioned in regards to dealing in the opposite polarity of transformation. So in the space of adversity, that fortifying period that we've been discussing for the last couple of days, either you're fortified and transformed righteously or you're fortified and transformed negatively. That's a thing of perspective as well. So let's get into it real quick. Like I said, this will not be a long broadcast, but definitely a strong one. And salute to the family who came in on the check-in right there. So for the family, the goal of the broadcast was to look at adversity as a tool for growth and transformation. Okay. And here at Do Knowledge Radio and DTK Multimedia, that is one of the chief goals. Okay. One, for us to be seen in a proper and righteous light, and the other, to empower you to share your story. All right. So here's a question for today. What's one challenge you've overcome that shaped who you are today? Share your story with us using the Transformation Tuesday hashtag or the Do Knowledge hashtag. That's DOTHA. Okay, I don't want to see no hashtag over here with no DOTHE. All right. So, what's one challenge you've overcome that shaped who you are today? It don't have to be super personal. It don't have to be anything like that. It could just be anything. Anything that was a fortifying or defining moment. Yesterday, I talked about the mission being more important than the moment, but the mission being made up of defining moments. So, what was those? What are some of those along your way and path to goal attainment or reaching a level? All right. All right, so let's talk about resilience really quick. Our ancestors didn't just endure, they transformed the weight of oppression into movements of liberation. That's the resilience that we carry within us today. So you come from people who come from people who come from people who come from people who use their resolve and didn't allow whatever situations or circumstances to define them. They utilize this resolve to put things into existence in an environment where there was none of these things. They begin to link together, they begin to build together, whether they could speak the same mother tongue or not. Their mother tongue that was divisive at one point in time was erased and replaced by their goal for liberation. So it united all of the tongues. It united all of the tongues in a way where which, had this thing not happened, we wouldn't have come together in the way that we did. So you come from those people. So those people got that mentality of one band, one sound sort of situation, one song, right? So they begin to unify under a principle that everyone that was involved wanted for their future generation. So if these other things hadn't happened, we wouldn't be in this position, right? You could look at that adversely in a negative sense or adversely in a positive sense. Again, to that own self be true. So that power of resilience is one that is amazing. It's an amazing thing, but it's not a place for you to live. It's a place for you to go as a transition period from one state of mind or one state of being to the next. It's not a space for you to live in. It's very harmful to your mental health, to your emotional health, and to your physical health. So that space of being resilient is a tool. It's not a lifestyle. It's a tool, not a lifestyle. All right. So let's go down to the next point real quick here. All right, there's a quick question. What's the lesson of your struggle? What's the lesson your struggles are trying to teach you? I was just struggling right there. You see that? That lesson could be the key to your transformation. So these struggles, these fortifying periods, what are they seeking to communicate to you? What are they seeking to communicate to you? That could be the key to your transformation. So examine what's going on and what's happening in these moments of adversity and see what lessons you can learn from them. What are they communicating? Now, if they're there to teach you a lesson, then that becomes a amazing opportunity for your transformation. All right, amazing opportunity for your transformation. So don't allow the adversity to change you to be in opposition with your optimal self. Allow the adversity to speak to and bring out the aspects necessary for you to rise to that occasion in the space of elevation to be able to convert it into another victory, to go into that space of greatness. Yesterday we discussed on the other end of struggle is greatness. One of those jewels I learned from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the struggle is the criterion for greatness. We used a quote from Frederick Douglass yesterday: where there's no struggle, there's no progress. A couple of more points and I'm out of here. All right. So again, we're looking at shifting perspectives. Okay. So you might have looked at a situation negatively and charged it to a negative experience. We'll talk about that in more detail on, I think, tomorrow. But just look at and analyze the situation or the circumstance or the problem or whatever it is. If it comes to your attention, it's because you have the capability within you to solve it. If it's in your material view, if it's in your etheric view, if it's in your mental view, if it comes to your purview directly, it means that you have the set ability to be able to solve it. But if you're not operating from a space of clarity, there's going to be an error in judgment. And that error in judgment is going to lead to an error of circumstance in your reality. So within your mind, where there's not a space of clarity, where you're not making the decision of implementing the plan of action to take care of the problem or the circumstance, there's going to be a flaw in the design. So it's all about how we see a situation. Is it an obstacle or an opportunity? Your perspective is the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. All right, so something I learned from some of the wise men and women that I've been around in regards to documenting the experiences in the moment that you're in, journaling. You know, they brought up journaling as a way to track progress and to reflect on growth. If you've written something, you know, I know folks do it with social media. You know, 10 years ago, they said something on social media, and then social media brings it back up 10 years later, right? And then you look at it like, oh, I was onto something, or oh, I was bugging, whatever the case may be. So charting your growth, you know, in that way, journaling allows you the opportunity to go back in the space of reflection to be able to do it. And you can journal however you see fit. You don't need a pen and a pad to do it, but have it somewhere. I told you, Muhammad Ali, he made a bunch of video cassettes of how he was feeling, his life lessons, thing that he learned in the moment, as a precursor, whether he knew it or not, to where he could no longer use his voice as an articulation tool coherently. So now his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren can hear the words of this man who came before them in his own voice. messages to the future. So think about these things again, back to the scale. Is the thing that you're going through more important than who you're going to become after you elevate out of the position or solve the problem that you're confronting with? And with your space of elevation, how much better are you going to be for your future generations, whether they physically come from you or not, versus staying stuck or stagnant in a space because it becomes something, a parasitic bond with you. Let's think about it. Every step forward, no matter how small, it's a win. Celebrate it, document it, build on it. Celebrate it, document it, build on it. Celebrate it, document it, build on it. So, in reflection of that, start with one thing, whether it's writing it down, a goal, or reaching out for support. That's how transformation begins. A shift. If you're unable to deal with the circumstance or set yourself, seek wise counsel. That's something that we'll get into again, I think, tomorrow. But just want to kind of set the stage for that. All right. Last point. Looking at the ripple effect of personal growth. When you transform, your energy inspires others to do the same. That's how we build strong families, communities, and nations. I could tell you that from different sets of circumstances in my own personal life and the lives of others, seeing that transformation, going from that caterpillar to the cocoon and from that cocoon to the butterfly. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. It's inspiring to see it within yourself. It's inspiring to see it within your children. It's inspiring to see it within your loved ones. It's inspiring to see it within your family. All of that. They made the hero's journey predicated off of the underdog type of situation, and we love an underdog story. We love an underdog story because in that space of the underdog, there's transformation. There's a transformation. So we root for those and we make them the heroes and heroines because the odds were stacked against them. The odds were stacked against them. And to be able to see them transform, it transforms us. You ever seen somebody doing something and it gave you the motivation to spark to want to do something? It's contagious. It's contagious. So the same way negativity is contagious, positivity is even more contagious. So where you are within yourself in regards to that is something that's a determining factor. So your willingness to do whatever it is, your willingness to set a goal and achieve it can spark others who watch you or help you to set their goals, achieve their goals. The ultimate motivation in life to live is its twin. The twin of life is transition. So gather around and folks is transition. All of the family members come together and somebody says, we got to stop meeting like this. This can't be the only time that we come together, blah, blah, blah. So now where's the goal? Where's the action steps? Where's the benchmarks? That's a lesson you can take from that transition, that we actively engage on whatever level this is to ensure that this isn't the only time that we're coming together. But also, what are you working on? What are you working on? How can I help you? This is what I'm working on. I would like some help with blah, blah, whatever the case may be. So now, with intent, we're meeting together and coming together to cultivate the life of those who are living in honor of those who have departed, because they're a lesson for us to utilize the time that we have most efficiently on the planet. So these couple aspects that we spoke about today in regards to adversity and how it can transform us, it's based on our perspective. It's based on how we see ourselves and the world around us, and how we see the abilities given to us by Almighty God and our ancestors to overcome and to transmute that energy that we would give towards our detriment, towards our elevation. All right. So, family, remember that every struggle is an opportunity to grow. Transformation isn't just possible, it's your birthright. Stay resilient, stay inspired, and keep on pushing for personal and collective liberation. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Wherever you're listening from, make sure you go to www.youtube.com/Do the Knowledge Radio. All right. And we'll be back here tomorrow. And thank you for tuning in. Peace.
Rapping to music's highest levels as they join us to do the latest single, an absolute smash entitled The Magical Mystical.
Sit down, let me hit you with this good soul sermon. Seems so urgent, the way my flow emerging. Niggas like to talk quick, but they slow learning. You forgot me like a pot on the stove burning. Dropping gems that can heal you just like elixir. Freemasons can't erase Phoenix from the picture. Dope oratory, spit it by the gallons. Colors in my aura like aurora borealis. You gotta learn astrology, you can't ignore the will. Divine protection, all up in my force field. Spiritual war is real, they want a Jordan still. I'm getting paper the same color as chlorophyll. I am the new decision like a quarter pill. It's all the same meaning, God's plan or Lord's will. Plant more seeds than in vitro. Frequency turned, my atoms on fleek mode. Thank you for coming out this evening. Nobody drop jewels like we bring. Ever since the shorty wop, I could see things. Astrology to Kabbalah to the I Ching. Deep alchemy quotes, they hit your heart zone. I write galaxy notes, no smartphone. And if I'm doing alchemy, then why challenge me? Trollers, been watching like Malcolm on the balcony. But I'm winning, vindicated by the victory. Popping off like Peter with this rap ministry. Tell me your birthday, I gotta check the synastry. I gotta see how we can calibrate this energy. Chilling in my tie zone, no anarchy. Real soul, Sly Stone, where the family. Fourth house, Cancer Moon, let it bless me. Feminine race, she Oshun sexy, 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 sexy.
Yo, Ty, yo, this groove right here make me feel like I'm dancing in the stars. This that mystical magic, they be wishing they had it. This is dose of uncut for the living fanatics. From the pineal gland crystal that sits in my attic. That God deity, DMT, DVD, holographic Blu-ray, sacred flower bouquet. Some say the clouds were too gray. My thoughts are pixie dust like baby powder on a new day. Sprinkled by the hidden hand, floated in the ether, sent the spirits in your liquor stand. For the believers who don't go through the procedures, who can know without seeing when your omen is the gift of man. My skin was sewn from the hopes of all the dreamers. Alpha the theta, delta the beta, serenade your brainwaves, be living in fantasia. I'm not a shock when we giving the fans stages. Serpent Mound Pyramid sitting on grand masons. They can't ignore it, the vision's too damn major. It's mathematically visible, playing data like phones with no contract. We broke from the trap, the metaphysic God rap. Ain't no holding it back. These zombies under deep spells wouldn't know if it's back. spirals in the seashells, mark the road to get back. And this ain't the full meal, lit his own nigga snack. We gon' see the fakes hating when we in the same spaceship that y'all had. With my pulse low, you cast these felines. Feel my lines when I'm flowing like that. It's the law of attraction. See the flaws got me laughing. You a magnet that repels. You don't only attract. See the magic in our spells. Now I'm fashion, you can yell. God, take their mind higher like I'm passing them to hell. Vesica Pisces like we wrapped it in Chanel. Mother Nature is the holy zodiac that keeps our DNA braided so our soul is intact. Amethyst, tanzanite, purple stones in my lap. Full moon, white and jewelry be glowing like that. I broke the ice that had the avatar in it. I've never cast a spell that had no average bars in it. Jupiter conjunct, got no average Mars, get it? Turn into the Hulk, leave a savage's card dentist with a pinky touch on a matchbox for the dollars. Now I'm the kid straw man, paper dollars. How they control man, invisible strings. I ride from the sun with invincible wings. From a rebel conduit, my every mantra's a heavenly opera. Peace to the new gods, the beast, clear truth gods. Smoke with the rasta, sip, brew with the brujas. Zodiac shaman, holy map watching. Forth through Saturn's rings like an astronaut boxing. Don't be fools, go to school, don't be hard heads. Come to me, call up Ty, get your chart read. Ace of spades, they amazed how the cards spread. Read the sign, teach the blind what the stars said. The zodiac redesigned is the dark web. Got us living cage free like the farm eggs. Reattached to Godhead, knowledge the lead. You should clear to go to cosmic physicality instead. It's Ty Zodiac and titanium. Will form alive on the stage in your mind stadium. Get your mind right, raise your vibranium. It's Chaldean design, sometimes Sabian. Listen, it's not a temporary trend. These are ancient secrets here. Y'all gon' wake up in the end. To every rhyme that you wrote, you can go delete it. 2 serpents, 1 mic like a double helix. Think it's the US, then poof, you in ancient Egypt. You in ancient Egypt. You in ancient Egypt.
I'd like to say it's off and let the heavy with us. We'd like to come back real soon and do some more things.
You cannot go without this book, and let me explain why. Voices of the Diaspora, written by Knowledge Born Allah, takes you through countless and countless different blacks. From our scholars, our warriors, our great sisters, and even entrepreneurs. It speaks to the past, the present, and the future. There's even an action plan for us that are serious about businesses that we wanted to take on. Entrepreneurship is one of the first things that he speaks about. And if you're an avid reader, this is a 5-part series. So this is not only a great resource for ourselves, it's a great resource for us as parents. We can teach it and incorporate it into our lesson plans for our children.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to
motive
the
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.